I love a parade. Straight out of Ngaruahia, New Zealand. Here's Mario. Hello, Maurieos Daily Vlog, number 598, Parade. Hello, welcome. Hi, 3.5. Wow, yes, it's a parade, and as you can see, I've found my sunglasses. They're actually on my desk in front of me all the time, and it took a while for me to work through the papers and get them sorted out, so I thought I'd put them in today's thumbnail. Well, what a day. Got up quite early, well, relatively early, got the car all packed and went up to the peat mine, do some peat mining. So got up there around 9 o'clock, and well, we drove around in a tractor for 2 or 3 hours, just measuring up a couple of areas and what have you. Who would have thought that was so tiring? But as I was driving home, I had gone past the cafe at Paddy Tonga, and it was all straight all the way home from there. So I was feeling a wee bit tired. I thought I need a break, so I thought I'll pop into Morrinsville. And I might add, home of our New Zealand Prime Minister, small-time Morrinsville. Maybe a population, I'm not sure, maybe under 10,000. Anyway, small town New Zealand in the heart of dairy country, farming, perhaps a farming service town, Morrinsville, out on the edge of the Hauraki Plains, I guess. So I thought I'd pop in there for a bit of a cup of tea at a cafe there. One of my colleagues at work frequents, so I thought I'll just pop in there. I've been there before, and they have one at Matamata as well at Ronnie's, so I thought I'll pop in there. Got to Morrinsville and the main street was closed off. I thought, oh, unusual, what's going on there? So yeah, the main street was closed off because they were having a parade. So let's have a look at the parade, see what's happening there. Well, there was a sort of, air of expectation. The main street was closed off there. Kids were running up and down the main street, not a car in sight, as it was blocked off at each end. This kid took the opportunity to get on his scooter and zoom down the main street of Morrinsville. Right down the main street. Things were there was an expectant air in Ronnie's cafes. People reserved the window seat so they could go by. Yeah, it's getting a bit loud, isn't it? So we'll just notch that back a bit. Oh no, that's me. That's the microphone. We'll turn back the crowd noise. There we go. That's a bit better. Just a little bit there as the crowd is waiting. It looks like something's going to happen there to the south. As you can see, there's everyone looking there, expectant. The kids are getting closer. There's tension in the air, certainly. And I can only hold the thing up, and then I can see some sort of tall people in the crowd. Oh no, they're on stilts. They're getting closer. Here they're coming. They're working towards the where I am, and yep, here they're closer again. These tall stilt walking people. They're leading the parade down the main street of Morrinsville. Here they come as I zoom in. One's a bit taller than the other and a bit more proficient, I would suggest, on the stilts there. Oh, look, there's a kid on Dad's shoulders, wandering out there past Molly's gift shop, the main street of Morrinsville, and here we come. Oh, look, there's some Santa hats coming. Looks like a fire engine. an old fire engine, and it's full of, well, elves, I guess. Little kids love a parade, don't they? They're joining in and they're waving. Everyone's there. Look, bare feet. Bare feet. Good old Kiwi bare feet on the old Morrinsville fire engine. That's an old vintage one. And then here we go. There's more to come. Here's the main one with the flashing lights and the sirens going. And you can hear it there. Here in Narawaya, the fire brigade drive around the streets and throw lollies on Christmas Eve with the fire engine going. Our fire engines here are quite often volunteer fire brigades, so they're the one in Narawaya is volunteers. So there they are they've got a couple of engines and maybe a tanker to take the water to the fires sometimes, particularly in the rural areas where there's no reticulated water. So that looks like a tanker truck there. And here comes another one. This one looks like, yeah, that's a tanker one, but it looks like it's an old milk tanker from Fonterra, which is the large dairy cooperative in there. And yeah, here we come. Here's some kids coming along with some guy in a yellow outfit there. I don't quite know what he is, but anyway, they're coming, and here they come. Where I was sitting, there seemed to be quite a lot of grandparents there watching their kids in the parade, or their kids lining up. Here we come. Look, now we've got a large boat. Now I found a gap in the crowd where we could sort of see the parade going past there, just by the pedestrian crossing there. So yeah, a large tractor, obviously. Some farmers I've got a tractor, and they're towing a bit of one of their trailers there. This is float number 6 by the look of it. I don't quite know. Seems to have a lot of polka dots on it and a sort of hay bale on the back. Here's the boat coming through. I don't know whether I've got these in the right sequential order. Now we've got some sort of cadets, I'd say, maybe sea cadets or army cadets or something, possibly from the local high school, marching there. They don't seem to be particularly in sync, and there's one guy's got his arm in a sling at the back there, just got one arm going, so he's doing pretty good. He got himself in the parade. Now this one here, I love this float here. You can see that they're sack barrows, and they're joined together, and then on top of each sack barrow they've got like the plastic 44-gallon drum. They've cut a bit out that and stuck a kid in it and put a number or something on it. So pretty ingenious, I thought. That's why I featured that one in my thing, a bit in Kiwi ingenuity. Here's some more marches. I don't quite know what they are. Maybe some sort of boys' brigade or girls' brigade, possibly. The ambulance, the St John's ambulance. I should say that ambulances in New Zealand are a charity, and they're funded by charity, not necessarily by the government. So they're always there. Now, what have we got here? Oh, another tractor. This is float number 10 now, coming through. And, well, it's got some sort of red lobster on it. I don't quite know. Is that maybe SpongeBob's? No, I can't see SpongeBob there, but it looks like some sort of cartoon character. Here's, vintage tractor. I'll put my tractor in the parade. There's a couple of vintage tractors. At this point here, I was hoping, maybe I'll see my colleague there who's into tractors, but no. And then, then we got an old car, Model A, and an old truck coming down there as well. So they've joined in the parade. And then we've got this big, I don't know what that is. It might be I can't read that. It might be a Kenworth, I don't know. And it seems to have a Christmas tree on it there. And, yeah, a Christmas tree, and it's towing some little tiny thing there. I don't quite know what that is, but anyway, so had to have a rest, put me up. Oh look, a real donkey this time. The donkey's there coming through, and was that the same guy? No, this is another tractor with a nativity scene on it, with mum's tea towels on the heads and all sorts of things, and of course the ancient bale of hay there that's tied up with baling twine and comes out of a machine. And then there's this guy, some sort of horsey type thing. I don't quite know what he was, but anyway. And then another one there. Oh, Donald Duck. You can't have a parade without Donald Duck coming. And here comes another tractor with this one here, number 15, float number 15. And well, looks like something to do with French fries or something. I'm not sure. Wendy's or something. Yeah, a couple of cars. And now look at this, a donkey on wheels. It's got wheels and scooters and all sorts of things here. And then there's this guy on his bike, another guy on a green bike. This sort of tiger guy here, probably giving out lollies and to kids and things. I'll tell you, it's all on here at Morrinsville. This is the hometown of the New Zealand Prime Minister, as I said earlier. She didn't seem to make an appearance. Oh, and some more people from the Middle East there on scooters. And this, I don't know what the girl in the red dress is. I think she just joined in and waved. And then, oh, let's dress up the bobcat as some sort of reindeer or something. So the old skid scare bobcat there coming in. And then, oh, another tractor. What's on this tractor? Oh, and it's towing a helicopter. Of course. The helicopter. Put that in. Yeah, let's have a helicopter. Let's have a look at that guy's shoes there. And, well, here we come. Something from Frontiera. The big milk tanker. Well, just the front end. They usually double up, these guys. So a bit of a milk tanker. And then, oh, some people from the old folks' home. Let's get the mobility scooters out and have a flick down the main street nose. Put a Christmas hat on and a couple of balloons. And we're in the parade. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. And there we go. And, oh, a deuce coupe of some sort. I'll put that. Oh, the muscle cars. Yeah, hot rods. Yeah, get me lime green, whatever it is out. Is it a Mustang? I'm not sure. And then this, I think this is a Holden or a Ford of some, I'm not sure. There, I'm not up with me cars, but anyway. And then this obviously, I don't quite know what this is. Come on past there. And, well, is the big moment? I think it is. This is the big moment. Nothing controversial in the Morrinsville Centre. He's a pretty standard centre. It's just he's in a boat, riding in a boat. Yeah, Morrinsville's quite a way inland. It's not quite a way to the sea from Morrinsville. And that's it. The parade's over and everyone takes the opportunity to walk up and down the main street. So, yeah, that's it. That's the Morrinsville Christmas Parade, which I had the pleasure of going to today and doing my little commentary there. I love a parade, a lot of fun, and that's a pretty good example of small town New Zealand. They just bang it all together, get out a few sack barrows, a boat, a helicopter, a couple of old trucks and whatever, and close off the main street and run them up and down there. Bloody marvellous. So thanks to the people of Morrinsville and the businesses and that. You put on a bit of a fun time. I quite enjoyed it as I sipped away on my cup of tea, and I had a donut, of course, a cream donut at Ronnie's, and an apple strudel. So I came home from that. I was quite tired out, actually, from peat mining and parading and what have you. So I came home and, well, I nodded off and woke up and had just enough time to get out there and mow the lawn out in the street with the mower down a notch. It's hard work that, but it's, well, I'm hoping it's rewarding. So then we got on with, 1,193 steps. To be fair, I didn't have the phone on me when I mowed the lawn and what have you, so I probably missed a few today. 598, of course, is the parade, and we've got another rebus for you coming up. Where, what, who is a what? And went out peat mining today. Now, I didn't take any video of the peat mining. Basically, we just rode around in a tractor. There was nothing operating. It was very wet, but we managed to get by without getting stuck or anything like that. So that was all good. So nothing to see here, really, that we haven't seen before. So let's have a look at today's challenge, and here it is. It's a rebus. It's a rebus there, and got a bit of a mathematical theme to it, this one. And an old, certainly an old thing that you saying or something like that. You know, thing that you do in life. Most people sort of do from time to time. Some don't, but a lot do. I've done this, or you could say that I've done what this is thinking here. So that's all good. And let's move on to yesterday's rebus, which was a pretty tricky one. Moz got there in the end, but we did need a little bit of help. I've forgotten to take the C out of see-through blouse there, so I've got a little error in that, which I'll fix up for the future. But what we've got here is all but E. So we've got A, B, C, D. The E's missing through to Z. All but E in Stein. All but E in Stein. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, one of my heroes. One of my favourite go-to guys. So that brings us to a little bit of an extended vlog today as we watch the parade go by. But yeah. So, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. You have liked and subscribed, haven't you? And if you click that little notification button so that every time I put out a video, you get a notification. Well, sometimes anyway. So that's all pretty good. Now, don't forget to comment. Love your comments. Bit of feedback. Tell me what you think of the parade. Bit of Kiwi ingenuity there with those sack barrows. I thought that was pretty interesting, pretty clever. It's the sort of thing we're famous for over here. We can put a parade together at the drop of a hat. So, I'm going to call it quits there. And, well, I'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers. See you. Smash that like button. This has been a maureo presentation from our studios in Ngaruawahia, and incorporating an outside broadcast from the Christmas parade in Morrinsville. Yeah.